And now streaming 24/7 live from the Eden Media Studio. 24/7 live at KBOB899.com.
2Dawgs Sports Show. We back, baby. Drone and Yo. You ready to go? Then let's start the show. 2Dawgs are back with a brand new season. Yeah, you know them in the sports talk flavor. Got that extra seasoning. Drone and Yo. Stay on the go. Looking for scores and stats. Then this your show. 2Dawgs, they got the breakdown. Yeah, we throw down in T-Town. Look no further. Dan. You have just found the number one sports talk show. Savage picks from Yo. Big dog picks from Drone. Wanna welcome y'all back home. Can't forget the latest news. Yeah, they've been dudes. Let's read them hard. Please say the noise. Free giveaways. Highlights for the game today. Let's start the show. Come on, I lead the way.
What up? It's the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show coming at you this Tuesday afternoon here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. How's everybody doing today? Hope everybody doing great. So, hey man, okay, here we go. My co-host should be calling in. He's not gonna be in studio today. He should be calling in real soon. But hey, hope everybody had a good weekend here in Tulsa. We getting prepared for some winter weather because it's supposed to go real cold this weekend. It's supposed to drop, and hey, I don't know what to say, but it's supposed to be cold this weekend. And so we got to get prepared for the temperature and for the changes in the season. But it don't matter none because we got ball this weekend. It's Super Wild Card weekend last night.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the all-new KBOB 89.9 FM, Black on Black Community Radio.
The Juice Radio Show and KBOB 89.9 would like to say thank you to and sponsors who donate to help keep our media program alive, reaching the community. The Juice Radio Network continues to expand as influencers in the community of North Tulsa and beyond, but can't do that without your help. That's why it's important that we as a community continue to support the Juice Radio Show and keep 89.9 on the air. The community not only deserves this service, but needs this service. Let's continue to support the mission and giving a voice to the voiceless and donate to the Juice Radio Show. The Juice Radio Show is a nonprofit 501c3 powered by KBOB 89.9 and Eden Media Services, operating solely off the gifts, donations, and contributions made by listeners like yourself. All donations made to the Juice Radio Show are tax deductible and can be sent to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106.
It's Tulsa, Tulsa, I see you here in Tulsa. I'm in Tulsa chilling.
We appreciate your continued support and thanks for listening to KBOB 89.9 FM.
You better RESPECT me.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. Stay connected and call us now at 646-716-5525 and press 1 to go live.
ladies and gentlemen,
The all-new KBOB 89.9 FM, Black on Black Community Radio.
Welcome back to the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show. here on KBOB 89.9 FM. Testing. All right. There we go. Oh, sorry for all about the technical difficulties. This is what happened when you're dealing with electronics and technology. Sometimes things does not work the way it's supposed to. But hey, we get it fixed. All right, this weekend we had last night we had the college football playoff championship game between Michigan and Washington. And everybody was saying that Penix was going to dominate Michigan. But I didn't like it because I've seen Michigan play, and in Michigan they play that dominating style of football. It's that big boy football where they want to run, they want to pound you. And the thing is about Michigan, they do all the motion and the shifts just to run the ball. Michigan is that old school offense to pound you, and I'm going to run it down your throat, and you got to stop me. And that offensive line last night, it was just straight pounding Washington offensive line, and they couldn't do nothing. And then that front seven on defense, Washington's supposed to have one of the best and one of the top offensive lines, and Michigan was getting the Penix just by rushing full. They wasn't even blitzing much. They might rush 4, rush 5, and they was beating up on Penix all night long. Every time Penix went back to drop back to pass, they was hitting him. And they was beating him up. And Penix, he's not really a big player. And after a while, you keep getting hit and hit and hit, and that pounding come at you. You seen the effects on Penix. He was hurt at the end of the game, which I think he had some rib damage because they was tagging him, and even the receivers wasn't helping them because they had so many drops because the secondary of Michigan, they was tagging them, and that's that Big Ten football that the Pac-12 that's coming over to the Big Ten next year. USC, Washington, they not used to that type of beating. Oregon, they not used to that type of pounding that the Big Ten is going to put on you. They play big boy football. I'm not saying that if you're a passing team that you are not playing big boy football, but there's a difference between one of those teams that want to run it down your throat, pound it down your throat over and over and over again. And that's that Big Ten football. Big Ten football was always known for the big line that we call, when we was them corn-fed, hay-hauling linemen that enjoy running it down your throat. They enjoyed pounding on your backs, on your linemen, on your linebackers, on your corners. They enjoy that type of stuff. And that's what happened last night. It was just a straight pounding. And Washington couldn't handle it. They couldn't deal with it. They couldn't deal with the pressure. And Jim Harbaugh, he got his championship. And I know a lot of people are gonna say, well, maybe we need to put an asterisk next to the Michigan championship. Man, for what? There was no tape stealing. There was no sign stealing to beat Washington. There was no sign stealing to beat Alabama. There was no sign stealing to beat Ohio State. There was none of that. They just came out and they mollywopped them. They mollywopped Alabama. They mollywopped Michigan. They mollywopped Ohio State. They mollywopped Iowa. There was no sign stealing. There is not an asterisk next to this team. They came out and they ultimately just dominated the whole season. All 15 games, they just purely dominated. 6 of them games, they didn't even have their head coach. And they still dominated. When they played Penn State, the whole second half, all they did was running down Penn State's throat. They didn't throw the ball not one time the second half of that Penn State game. They shift, they were in motion, they did all the shifting like they was going to throw the ball, and all they did was run the ball. They just ran it down their throat. No sign stealing, none of that had anything to do with them running down their throat. It was just the point of Penn State couldn't stop them. Ohio State couldn't stop them. Iowa couldn't stop them. Washington couldn't stop them. Alabama couldn't stop them. That's all it was. And so putting an asterisk next to this win, man, please. Y'all can miss me with all that one. They just straight dominated all the teams. They dominated in the championship. And even if Jim Harbaugh leaves, they're gonna bring in the offensive coordinator coach, the one that took over Jim Harbaugh when he was suspended. They still gonna run the same offense, still gonna run the same defense. They got players coming in, and the crazy thing, they was doing this domination out a top recruiting class. The domination of Michigan this season. You haven't seen domination like this. Remind me of the Miami teams back in the day that dominated. Remind me of them OU teams back in the day that dominated. They put hat on hat, mano a mano, man on man, and basically said, you stop us. And we got a front seven. We don't even have to blitz because our defensive line is that good where we're going to come at you. And they came at Washington all night long. Penix was walking to the huddle. Walking to the locker room after the game. It reminded me of the Mean Joe Green Coca-Cola commercial. When he was walking to the locker room real slow with the towel over his head. Penix looked like a defeated man last night. He looked like a defeated young man last night with the towel over his head, barely moving, walking slow as all get out, back to the locker room. That's how bad Michigan beat up on him last night. They gave him a whooping, dog. They gave him a pure D whooping. They took Penix out to the woodshed and whooped him like nobody's business. They whooped him like he got a swallow of Kool-Aid in the refrigerator instead of taking all of it. You know how back in the day, who drank all the Kool-Aid but they put the pitcher back in? And so now your daddy come in and he see that and you get in trouble. They whooped Penix so bad last night, man. I felt sorry for him. When I seen him walking up the tunnel and the way he was walking, and he had the towel over his head with the helmet, man, I felt so bad for him. I hurt for him. It reminded me of Rocky. when Clubber Lane whooped the dog, whooped the mess out of Rocky. That's what that reminded me of. Penix was a defeated man last night. But he's a trooper. He didn't quit. He kept going, even though he was hurt. And he knew they were still going to come at him and hit him. He got back up and kept fighting. That's the type of quarterback I want in the NFL on my NFL team. Don't pass up on him. All these teams that need quarterbacks, don't pass up on him. Because if he got a good line and got some receivers, he's going to pick some defenses apart. Because he literally had to look around, read defenses, decide where he's going to throw the ball. And last night, his running back was hurt because his running back was hurt, had a broke bone in his foot, hurt leg, and he was out there still trying to run. Everything was on Penix last night. They fell on his whole entire body. It reminded me of Cole when he said when he came in, he had all them he was all bandaged up, and they asked him what was wrong. He said Big Shirley fell on him, and he said Big Shirley she fell on me. Big Shirley, that's what happened. Michigan was Big Shirley, and they fell all on Penix last night. If John Harbaugh come back, Michigan, they're going to have a good opportunity again next year. I believe even if John Harbaugh don't come back, because they have a formula, they have a culture, they have an identity, and they're going to come back next year. Can't wait. 12-team playoff next year, baby. This was the last of the college football playoff, BCS as we know it. Next year, 12-team playoff. Mano y mano. But we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. We're going to talk Super Wildcard Weekend. Baby, it's getting down to business in the NFL. And we're going to talk about it right here on 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show.
Center, where we share the experiences of the community. At the Event Center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
Hey, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Welcome to Black Wall Street Tees and Souvenirs, where you can get the best Black-owned t-shirts, apparel, and souvenirs right here in the heart of Tulsa. For more information, please call 918-523-0608 or shop online with us at bwstshirts.com. And we hope to see you soon.
How to order chicken wings. Number 1, find a good wing spot.
I know a wing spot, Max Wings.
Number 2, decide if you want a combo or if you want to order a la carte.
Huh? What's that?
Well, combos come with chicken, veggie sticks, fries, and a drink for a discounted price. A la carte means that you order each item separately.
Ah, okay.
3, decide if you want bone-in, boneless, or cauliflower wings, and then determine the delicious flavor you want on your wings.
I didn't even know cauliflower had wings.
You learn something new every day. Have Have you been to Max Wings?
Yep.
Max Wings is located at 782 East Pine Street in Tulsa. We're open Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Come to Max Wings, home of the dry rub fries.
I wanna be just like Christ. 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 I wanna be just like Christ.
I had a rough life, cause a lot on my own in my younger life. I was a rolling stone. If you're looking for me, I'm probably at home unless I'm ministering. Then I'm out on the road. Had a short fuse, TNT would explode. PTSD from street life, I've been told. Got soft in my heart, used to be stone cold. Was a dead man walking, Lazarus being rose. I'm so thankful, blessed to see another day. Risen the Bible belt, okay, LHMOMA. Used to run D plus MC, now I walk this way. Faith plus grace. Once you've had a taste, I'ma serve him till I see my Savior face to face. Throw this word in my heart, cut and paste. Copy of Christ, etch a sketch, I'ma trace his steps, no stutter steps. Run a race of faith.
I wanna be just like Christ. I wanna be just like Christ. I wanna be just like Christ. I wanna be just like Christ.
I serve the God of rebirth, the God of second chance. Wrote us a love letter, true romance. Thank him in advance for the goodness he displays. Pull me out of darkness, change my wicked ways. Stay in his presence, secret place is where I dwell. Was a hot bar, pulled me out of hell.
Welcome back to the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show here on KBOB 89.9 FM and also on 10 TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach. And you also can catch us on the 2Dawgs YouTube page. Go to our YouTube page and follow us on our YouTube page. Let's get our followers up. Go to our YouTube page, go to our Twitter page, Instagram, and Facebook. Let's get it up. Share. Let people know about the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show. All right. This week, it is Super Wild Card weekend. But first of all, I have to apologize to the Buffalo Bills. I have to eat crow. Because I said before the season started, I said the Buffalo Bills wasn't going to make the playoffs. And I stood by that. I put all four paws down on that one. And I be John Brown. If the Miami Dolphins didn't choke, if the Jacksonville Jaguars didn't choke, and here we are. The Buffalo Bills, they didn't just make the playoffs. They got the number 2 seed in the AFC. How in the world did that happen? And the crazy thing, Josh Allen did everything he could to throw that game on against the Miami Dolphins. Everything. And Miami couldn't capitalize. And we ain't going to get on Jacksonville Jaguars early that day. Pittsburgh did their part. But good goobity goobs, if the cotton-picking Jacksonville Jaguars did not do theirs, or the Miami Dolphins. But I got to give a props to the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, he make you want to pull your hair out, but then he make you say, good Lord, he bad. The stuff that Josh Allen did against Miami where he put the team on his back and Miami could not stop him. They couldn't stop him. The dude throwing interceptions, having fumbles. They couldn't stop him. 3rd and 13. He don't throw for the first down. He runs for it and jukes 2 or 3 Miami Dolphins making it. Josh Allen a bad boy. Like I said, he'll make you want to pull your hair out, But then he make you say, man, I'll go to him as a quarterback. Because he'll do some stuff, Trey, Josh Allen a bad boy. I got to say, Josh Allen bad boy. And this week, they play the Pittsburgh Steelers in Buffalo. And it's supposed to be cold as I don't know what down there in Buffalo. Pittsburgh ain't got no TJ Watt. They don't have no Minka Fitzpatrick at safety. And they got to depend on Mason Rudolph to beat the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen. Ever since they fired Ken Dorsey, the Buffalo Bills offense has been on another level. And they doing all this with Stephon Diggs not even being a major player in the offense. He's more of a decoy. And they still doing all this. I think it's going to get pretty ugly this week. Unless Josh do something crazy. And I'm a Mike Tomlin man. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, but I love me some Mike Tomlin. Without TJ Watt, that defense of the Pittsburgh Steelers is a whole different defense. If they had TJ Watt this weekend, I probably would still pick Buffalo, but I wouldn't be so decisive in Buffalo winning this game because TJ Watt is a difference maker. People always want to say, well, a defensive player can't be a difference maker. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, having TJ Watt, that's a victory for Pittsburgh. They win because of TJ Watt. You take TJ Watt off the defense off where he can't play the game, a lot of times they lose. And this week, they don't have that rush to get to Josh Allen. Cook's been dominating. That defense has been looking better and better. Y'all know Christmas just passed. So Rudolph it's time for him to go back home. And that's what the Buffalo Bills wants to do. They've been sending Rudolph back to the North Pole. I can't tell it. I can't say it like it any other way. So, steel curtain. No, you might say mini blinds, but steel curtain that went out the door. This weekend is going to be mini blinds. Y'all had a good season. Mike Tomlin is not having a losing season streak. It keeps going. But defense will be the first round. And I know I might as well face the fact Buffalo is good, but they're going to be gone first round. Steelers going to be gone. All right, then you got the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. Kansas City Chiefs, they already beat Miami once in Australia. And the receiver still wasn't catching the ball. Tyreek Hill drops a lot of balls, too. He just so fast, and when he do catch it, he make people look bad. But he drops a lot of balls, too. Waddle has been hurt. This is how bad it's in. They had Claypool playing last week. Tyreek Hill is not 100%. So it's going to be real interesting to see just what happened. And the temperature is supposed to be -1, -2 down in Kansas City this week. Them South Beach boys, you want them to leave South Beach where it's sunny and 60 and 70 degrees to come down to Arrowhead where it's a -2 or worse, -2 degrees with a wind chill of -19. Where your big toe is freezing. Where you can get frostbite. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Your big toe freezing down there at -19. And you telling somebody coming from 60, 70 degree weather to come to here, to come down the Arrowhead where it's -2 and the wind chill is -19. Man. And they ain't got no Chubbs. They missing another defensive player. Moster might not be healthy. No, dog. Hey, man, I played in cold weather. I remember my senior year in high school. This was years ago. It was not about 1992. I'm talking about it was freezing. It was ice on the ground. And we still had to go play. Man, them hits hurt. Even when you doing the hitting in that type of weather, the hit hurt. No. Trust me. The Miami Dolphins are wishing, they are hoping they would have won. Because now you got to travel to Miami in 70 degree weather. We ain't got to get our parkers out. We ain't got to get our heaters out. Only thing we might have to do is get our raincoats. That's about it. I'd rather play in the rain than the cold weather any day. Because rain, you can hit somebody and they going to slide. You hit somebody in the cold weather, it just hurt. It just hurt. No, Chiefs got this. Chiefs got this. I know I'm probably picking showing y'all my big dog picks, but hey, dog. After about, I say first, second quarter, your body numb because it's so cold. You can't warm up. Then you go in the locker room at halftime. By the time you unthaw, it's about time to come back out to that cold weather. Woo! That ain't no fun, man. That ain't no fun. You'd rather just stay out that period. Don't even come in and warm up and unthaw. Let's just huddle up out here and talk about what we need to talk about right out here in the cold weather. No. Mm-mm. Next AFC game, the Houston Texans and Cleveland Browns. Man, the Houston Texans wasn't even finished fourth in their division. They only got 4 teams. People thought the Houston Texans was gonna have another number 1 pick this year. they was already saying Houston. They was already saying before the season started, Marvin Harris Jr. was going to the Houston Texans because they knew they was gonna get another number 1 pick. They might have got 2 number 1 picks again this year. Ain't nobody in their right mind thought the Houston Texans was gonna win their division. And Trey, our producer, he over smiling from ear to ear. I just knew I was gonna come in the studio today and we was gonna have Houston Texans signs all over the place. he ain't wore his Houston Texans shirt all year, but he ain't wore his Houston Texans shirt all year. But today he got this Houston Texans shirt on. With pride. He walking around with pride, boy. He wearing it with pride, smiling from ear to ear. God, if they win. Hey, we ain't gonna know what to do if they win this weekend. If they beat Cleveland this weekend, God have mercy. And the crazy thing, he went to the Cleveland Browns and Houston Texans game about 2 weeks ago, and he had to see the backup of C.J. Stroud and Case Keenum. And they got blown out. He wasn't even able to see Will Anderson. And he was up in the nosebleed seats to watch the backups. Yeah, and yeah, like it was a preseason game. And here it is now. They coming back to Texas, and now the Stars are playing cause the Texans get a home game. Who thought the Texans was gonna have a home game? A playoff appearance was pushing it, but a home game that was really pushing it. Hey, if DeMeco Ryans is not coach of the year, if C.J. Stroud is not offensive rookie of the year, if Will Anderson ain't defensive rookie of the year, something is wrong. Something is wrong. But the Browns, they got Flacco. Flacco has came in, and he still haven't really been great. Flacco still throwing a lot of interceptions. 8 to my knowledge. Well, I think with 16 touchdowns or 14 touchdowns. Haven't had a passer rating over 90. But he has done what needed to be done to keep the Cleveland Browns alive to make the playoffs. But that defense of the Cleveland Browns. Myles Garrett and the boys, they are going to be head hunting this weekend for C.J. Stroud. They coming. Because the Cleveland Browns, they want to face the Ravens because they have confidence that they can beat the Ravens. And so they coming. Because if they win this game here this weekend, they got to travel to Baltimore. Oh, there's a good possibility to go to Baltimore. Well, they're going to Baltimore because the Bills are winning and the Chiefs are winning. So that means the 7th seed and 6th seed to be out. So the Cleveland Browns, they're going to Baltimore. And the Cleveland Browns, that's a division rivalry. It's the Baltimore Ravens, who used to be the Cleveland Browns, who moved to Baltimore against the Cleveland Browns now. All kinds of intrigue in this division. Two teams that are slobber knockers on defense, along with offensive teams. Both have a good running game. But the key of all this is Lamar Jackson. But I don't want to get ahead of myself because the Texans just might surprise somebody because they surprise everybody. They surprise everybody else if they won a division, even got a home game in the playoffs. So they just might surprise somebody. They might surprise somebody just as that good child that finds out that Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy ain't real. But this is a toss-up. Because Will Anderson's still not 100%. Stroud, he don't flinch under pressure, but he can start making mistakes. The running game of the Texans is not real strong. So they're going to be depending upon the arm of Stroud. But I think that Cleveland Browns defense is just going to be too much for the Houston Texans. And we're going to applaud and say good year to the Houston Texans. but they season's supposed to be over. They season's supposed to be over. But we're going to be right back here on the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show. We'll be right back, and we're going to go over the NFC wildcard weekend.
How to order chicken wings. Number 1, find a good wing spot.
I know a wing spot, Max Wings.
Number 2, decide if you want a combo or if you want to order a la carte.
Huh? What's that?
Well, combos come with chicken, veggie sticks, fries, and a drink for a discounted price. A la carte means that you order each item separately.
Okay.
3, decide if you want bone-in, boneless, or cauliflower wings, and then determine the delicious flavor you want on your wings.
I didn't even know cauliflower had wings.
You learn something new every day. Have you been to Max Wings?
Yep.
Max Wings is located at 782 East Pine Street in Tulsa. We're open Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and on Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Come to Max Wings, home of the dry rub fries.
I wanna be just like Christ. 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 I wanna be
I had a rough life, cause a lot on my own in my younger life. I was a rolling stone. If you're looking for me, I'm probably at home unless I'm ministering. Then I'm out on the road. Had a short fuse, TNT would explode. PTSD from street life, I've been told. Got soft in my heart, used to be stone cold. Was a dead man walking, Lazarus being rose. I'm so thankful, blessed to see ya another day. Raising the Bible Belt, okay, editor MOMA. Used to run D plus MC, now I walk this way. Faith plus grace. Once you've had a taste, I'ma serve him till I see my Savior face to face. Store his word in my heart. Cut and paste, copy of Christ, etch a sketch, I'ma trace his steps, no stutter steps.
Welcome back to the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show. All right, let's go. We was talking about the NFC wild card weekend. First game we're gonna talk about is the Buccaneers versus Eagles. Oh Lord, have mercy. If the Eagles is not on one right now, I don't know what happened to the Eagles. I don't know if there's dissension within the ranks. I don't know if the Eagles forgot to fly high. I don't know what's going on. But the Eagles have been having issues all year long. They haven't really been playing real good and blowing teams out. They haven't did that all year long. And right now you have Jalen Hurts hurt his finger on his throwing hand. You have A.J. Brown has a hurt knee. They still up in the air on whether he's going to play this weekend. You have Devontae hurt his ankle. He's still supposed to play. But things ain't just been clicking. But I think they have a good enough squad to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay Buccaneers haven't played nobody. The Carolina Panthers, they've been beating up on Rudy Boots. They've been beating up on Rudy Boots the past 3-4 weeks. And barely beating them. Tampa Bay played the Eagles early during the season and lost by 3 touchdowns. I like Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield has been playing pretty good this year. I like Evans. I just don't think Tampa Bay Buccaneers is going to have enough. I'm not saying that the Philadelphia Eagles going to be run roughshod or anything like that because the game is in Tampa Bay. But I do think that the Eagles are going to have enough to beat Tampa Bay. I really do. I think they can exploit their defense at Tampa Bay cause Bowles, he's gonna blitz. That Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense will blitz Hurts. And I think Hurts has to play smart football this weekend. I think they're going to lean more on Swift in that running game than they have before. I do believe they're going to lean on that running game. And that front seven of the Philadelphia Eagles are going to have to get pressure on Baker Mayfield and make him make some bad throws. Because he's going to want to go to Evans. But you're going to have to make him make some bad throws and make some bad decisions, which Baker Mayfield, he will do at times. But I got to give it to him. Baker Mayfield has played his behind off. A lot of people didn't think Baker Mayfield would be the starting quarterback at this point of the season for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They thought he probably would have been benched by week 6. But he has played real good. But I think the run is over. The Eagles, they're number 1 seed. They're number 5 seed. I've never really seen a number 5 seed except the Green Bay Packers when they won Super Bowl that have this much talent. Y'all understand? The Philadelphia Eagles was just in the Super Bowl last year and almost won it. I think losing their offensive coordinator to the Indianapolis Colts, losing their defensive coordinator, I think that hurt them more than what people thought. Because what this offense looked like this year, it almost looked like when the head coach, Sirianni, was calling the offensive plays. Before they had the offense coordinator that they had last year, they left and went to the Indianapolis Colts. Before it was him, it was Sirianni calling the plays. That offense looked just like it did this year when Sirianni was calling the plays. I know they say he's not calling the plays, but I don't know. I wonder how much influence he has on the offense, on these offensive plays. It makes you wonder. How much influence has Sirianni had this year on this offense? Because, like I said, that's what they remind me of. But I do think that the Eagles have enough. I think their pride, because of their pride is not going to allow them to come out this weekend and lose to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Because they definitely got the most talent at pretty much almost all the positions. And so I don't think that the Philadelphia Eagles' pride is not going to allow them to lose this weekend. Next game, you have the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Rams. Boy. You have Matthew Stafford going back to Detroit. You had Jared Goff playing against the old team that traded him. LA Rams understand that if you put pressure on Goff, he's going to make mistakes. Yeah, Goff has looked good, but the times that he hasn't looked good is the times that teams have really pressured him. It's going to be very interesting. Goff is not going to have his tight end. How Stafford's going to want to come out and show out. He's not going to want to come to Detroit and have a bad game. Aaron Donald and that defense has gotten better each week of this season. Think about this. When Jared Goff was playing for the Los Angeles Rams, every defensive player, I've always heard that they always, at one point in time, wanted to hit their quarterback and couldn't, because in practice you can't hit the quarterback. Oh, you think Aaron Donald ain't licking his chops right about now? He finally get the opportunity to hit Jared Goff. Oh, Lord, I think he might have a 2-3 sack game this week. I think it might be a 2-3 sack game. You know, Aaron Donald's looking at his chops so hard right now. Aaron Donald looking at his chops like he was have some filet mignon and some lobster. Or even had a good old soul food cooking with them greens that got a little bit of pepper in it with some sweet potatoes, macaroni and cheese, good barbecue. He's looking at his chops right now. I think this just might be a 2-3 sack game for Aaron Donald this week against Jared Goff and the Lions. I'm hoping this is a good game, but I just think, are the Lions going to crack under pressure? They haven't been to the playoff in a long time. And they definitely haven't won the division in a long time. Are they going to crack under pressure? The crowd is going to be hyped. That Detroit crowd is supposed to be hyped. The Rams are young. I think that can play a big part because the Rams are young. But I think the Rams finna get this one. I think Stafford is going to try to prove a point when it comes to the Detroit Lions this week. Last game of the weekend that we're going to talk about is the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. Everybody know I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. And I'm going to tell y'all right here and now, if the Dallas Cowboys lose against Green Bay Packers, Mike McCarthy will be fired. That's my belief. Dallas have more talent. They're more experienced. They playing at home. They talking about it might be a whiteout. CeeDee Lamb going to touch the ball at least 10, 15 times. Dallas the starter should be on the bench by fourth quarter. If the Dallas Cowboys lose this game, Mike McCarthy will be looking for another job, in my opinion. Because there is no way, shape, form, or fashion. I know people say any given Sunday. No. Sometime it ain't any given Sunday. You better not lose. Michael Parsons, he must step up. D-Law must step up. They must put the pressure on Jordan Love and make Jordan Love make the mistakes. They cannot allow Jordan Love and that young receiving core, along with Jones, beat them. Because Green Bay Packers defense ain't good. Green Bay Packers defense suck. They ain't real good. The Green Bay Packers defense is not real good. They not good. That's why they not good. And if Dallas can't score against Green Bay Packers defense, something's wrong. Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see if Dallas lose. If Dallas lose, Mike McCarthy won't have a job. He play. We people say we don't want to say he's playing for his job this weekend. Mike McCarthy gonna play. Dallas Cowboys team is playing for Mike McCarthy's job this weekend. They paying for Mike McCarthy's job this weekend. Because Jerry Jones probably like, no, hold up, time out. We got home field. We're number 2 seed. We playing Jordan Love, who just first time starting this year. The pressure should be mounting against him. We got the best offense. We got the best defense. And we lose. Oh no. Jerry Jones firing somebody. And you want to know what'll happen? If Dallas lose this weekend, Jerry Jones will give up the money for Jim Harbaugh. People want to say, well, Belichick and Jerry Jones they wouldn't fly. Because that just Jerry Jones weekly interview would be too much for Bill Belichick. And the Belichick way, they ain't gonna fly. Down there in Dallas, nah. How often do you hear New England Patriots having their own podcast? Michael Parsons got his own podcast. So that's not gonna happen. But if Dallas lose, Mike McCarthy will be fired, and Jerry Jones will give up the money to get Jim Harbaugh. You heard it first here. Jim Harbaugh will be the next Dallas Cowboy head coach if Mike McCarthy loses this weekend, in my opinion. But we want to thank y'all for listening to the $2 Sports Talk Show. We appreciate it. Thank you all. Come back next week, same time, same place. If the weather's not bad, we might have to be. We might. If we're gonna have a show next week, we got to call in because the weather's supposed to be crazy here in talk. Yeah, call in from the house because the weather's supposed to be crazy here in T-Town. So we might end up having to call in, do a Zoom, something. But we're gonna have a show next week. We're gonna be back next week. Same time, same place, 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, talking ball. Hey, week number 2 starts next week in the NFL playoffs, Super Wild Card Weekend. Let's get it. Hey, then we're going to be talking NBA also next week. We're doing NBA and NFL next week because the NBA is heating up. Draymond Green, he's coming back. He said he almost retired, but the commissioner talked him out of it. He said, Draymond Green said, man, man, this is too much. He said, it's too much for him, Trey. He said, it's too much, man. He tired of getting suspended for everything he doing and getting criticized and looked at and checked up and everything else. He said, it's too much. But he said the commissioner talked him out of it and said, no, you're making a hasty decision. Slow down a little bit. So Draymond Green back. He'll be back. He just got to take him a while to ramp up a little bit, get back in shape. But hey, basketball season heating up. LeBron James, he's upset with the LA Lakers in the bench. I think it's going to be some trades going on. Before that trade deadline, The Lakers are trading somebody. They're going to get somebody. They better get somebody. The Suns is not looking good. This Bradley Beal, KD, and Booker trio ain't working. Milwaukee Bucks. Sometimes the grass is not always green on the other side. Milwaukee probably wishing they had the coach, had Coach Bud now. They probably wishing they had their coach from last year because the one that's doing it just ain't working. A defense is not top of the line. It's just not working. The Clippers are coming along. They getting things right. Ty Lue's a heck of a coach. Oklahoma City Thunder still in second place in the West. They still looking good. If SGA does not be a starter in the All-Star game, something is wrong. Something is wrong if SGA is not a starter in the All-Star game. But we all know how it go. It's a popularity contest. Even if the player is not doing as good, fans will vote him in as a starter because it's a popularity contest. But SGA should be a starter. She should be a starter. But if he don't even make the All-Star, something is wrong. But hey, that's the way it go. Tune in next week. We'll be right back on KBOB 89.9 FM. Also, the 2Dawgs YouTube page. Go to our YouTube page, like our YouTube page, subscribe to our YouTube page. Hey, tell people about the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show. Go follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Also, we on 10 TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach. You can find us there. You bark at us, we bark back. Woo!
To the beat, y'all.
This is KBOB 89.9 FM, Tulsa, and now streaming 24/7 live from the Eden Media Studio, 24/7 live at KBOB899.com.